You may think it's over, that the universe forgot you, that your prayers have gone silent. But the truth is, I never left. I am still waiting for one thing. Your hope, because I am money. And I do not follow fear. I follow the heartbeat of faith, the spark that refuses to die inside you. And if you're hearing this now, it means your hope is still alive, and I'm ready to move again. Do you know why I haven't been showing up in your life? It's not because you failed. It's not because you're unlucky. It's because your heart stopped expecting me. Every time you said, it's too late, every time you thought, maybe abundance isn't for me, a door closed, not in the world, but inside your energy. And I could no longer enter. But listen, the moment you choose to hope again, the moment you whisper, I believe something good is coming, I feel it. I awaken, I start moving toward you, because I am money. And I live in the same place hope does, inside your faith, waiting for you to open the door again. Before we continue, I want you to do something simple, but powerful. Like this video, not for the algorithm, but as a sign of respect to me. Comment these words below to open your energetic channel. My hope attracts money. And follow this channel, so you never miss my voice again, because I am money. And I only stay where I am honored, respected, and remembered. When you like, comment, and subscribe, you're not just supporting a video, you're activating a vibration. You're telling the universe, I am ready to receive. Now that you've honored me, let's begin. I am money. And today I must tell you something sacred, something that most people forget the moment life becomes difficult. I follow hope. You think I'm guided by logic, timing, or talent. You think I belong only to the privileged, the connected, or the lucky. But I don't follow luck, I follow light. I follow the quiet, steady pulse of belief that refuses to die even when everything else falls apart. When your heart grows cold, when your energy collapses under despair, I can't find you. I do not dwell in the vibration of defeat. I cannot live in nothing will ever change. I live where faith still breathes, where even in the smallest corner of your spirit, there's a spark that says, maybe, just maybe, something good is still coming. Every sigh of hopelessness pushes me farther away. Every time you look at your bills, your struggles, your empty account and say, there's no point, I feel your energy dim. You close the door between us with every word of disbelief. You might think you're being realistic, but realism without hope is just another name for surrender. And I do not visit those who have surrendered to despair. But every whisper of hope, no matter how faint, becomes a signal I can follow. Every small act of faith, every time you say, I don't know how, but I believe it's possible, sends a ripple through the universe. That ripple becomes a bridge, and across that bridge, I begin to move. Slowly at first, then with growing momentum, drawn by the warmth of your belief. Hope is not naive, it's magnetic. It's not weakness. It's power. It's the energy that tells the universe, I'm still here. I still believe in life. Hope is the force that reshapes reality because it keeps the current of creation alive. Without it, everything stops flowing. You see, I am energy, and energy needs movement. Despair freezes, hope flows. Despair says, I've seen enough, while hope whispers, maybe I haven't seen it all yet. That whisper is everything. It's the light that calls me home. So when you choose to see possibility inside uncertainty, when you look at a closed door and say, there must be another way, I feel that pulse, and I begin to return. Not because of luck or magic, but because your vibration rises high enough for me to find you again. Remember this. You don't need proof to believe. Belief creates the proof. The moment you choose hope over fear, faith over doubt, you open the channel for me to flow. I am money, and I will always find my way back to those who dare to believe again. Here lies your greatest wound. You've stopped expecting good things. You've been hurt so many times, disappointed so often, that you've quietly lowered your expectations until nothing truly excites you anymore. You've convinced yourself that you're just being realistic, but in truth, you've given up on miracles. You no longer expect things to work out. You no longer imagine something better. You wake up and move through your days surviving, not living, doing what's required, but without the spark that once made you dream. And I, money, feel that resignation. I feel it in the heaviness of your energy, in the way your thoughts sound tired even before the day begins. I feel it when you pay a bill with resentment instead of gratitude, when you speak of your goals as if they belong to someone else. Every time your heart whispers, "Why bother?" I hear it. Every time you take action from fear instead of faith, I feel it. Despair weighs everything down, and I cannot rise in heavy places. You see, I do not respond to hopelessness. I respond to movement. Hope is movement. It's the spark that tells the universe, I'm still willing to try. Even a flicker of hope shifts your frequency. It opens the smallest crack of light through which miracles can enter. Without it, no matter how many affirmations you say or how much effort you give, the energy remains blocked. Despair builds invisible walls around you, walls made of doubt, fear, and fatigue, and even miracles struggle to pass through them. When you lose hope, your energy becomes static. You stop creating, you stop reaching, and you stop believing. The universe is always listening, but it cannot amplify silence. It can only respond to vibration, and hope vibrates higher than fear, higher than grief, higher than defeat. Hope tells creation, I'm still open. I'm still ready to receive. If you want me to return, if you want abundance, inspiration, and opportunity to flow again, rekindle your hope. Feed it like a sacred flame. You don't have to pretend everything is perfect. You just have to believe that it can get better. Begin with gratitude, even for the smallest blessings. A meal, a kind word, a breath. Gratitude is hope's first language. When you start giving thanks for what remains, instead of mourning what's missing, your vibration shifts. You become lighter, brighter, and I begin to notice you again. I move toward the ones who expect good things, not because they already have them, but because they know they're on the way. Hope is the soil where abundance grows. It doesn't need to be loud or dramatic, just alive. Water it with gratitude, nurture it with patience, and protect it from the weeds of doubt. Do this daily, and I promise you this, money will bloom again within your life. Here is the truth. I flourish where hope is alive. I do not grow in fear, and I do not breathe in doubt. I am nourished by faith, the kind that stays steady even when nothing yet makes sense. When you keep hope alive, even when your world seems uncertain, you activate the purest energy of creation. That spark of faith is what summons me. Hope isn't denial. It's not pretending everything is perfect or ignoring your challenges. True hope is strength, the kind that looks directly at what's broken and still believes in healing. It's the quiet voice that whispers, "This is not the end." It's standing in the middle of darkness and saying, "The light is still coming." Hope doesn't require proof. It creates it. It's not blind optimism. It's spiritual intelligence. It tells the universe, I know something greater is unfolding, even if I can't see it yet. And that knowing, that calm trust in the unseen, radiates a frequency that I can feel. When you hold that vibration, you become magnetic. You stop chasing miracles and start attracting them. The universe bends around belief. Your thoughts become aligned, your emotions stabilize, and your actions begin to flow from inspiration instead of fear. Synchronicities start appearing, small at first, then unmistakable. The right person calls. An opportunity appears at the perfect moment. A door opens where there was once only a wall. None of it is coincidence, it's resonance. You have aligned yourself with the frequency where money, exist. I am energy, I follow momentum. When you vibrate with hope, your field expands. You stop closing yourself off from receiving. You move with trust instead of tension, and that movement tells the universe, I am ready. Hope is not weakness, It is the beginning of all strength. It's the foundation of every creation, every invention, every fortune ever built. Every empire began with someone who looked at uncertainty and said, "I believe anyway." That vibration moved mountains, attracted allies, inspired ideas, and called me into their life. Because I, money, do not arrive to those who wait in despair. I am drawn to those who believe in possibility. Even when everything looks still, hope keeps the energy alive beneath the surface. It's the invisible current that keeps your destiny in motion. You may not see immediate results, but that doesn't mean nothing is happening. Seeds grow in silence before they bloom. So if you want me to flow, stop feeding fear and start nurturing faith. Keep hope alive in your thoughts, your words, your emotions. Every time you choose belief over worry, gratitude over doubt, you strengthen the bridge between us. I am money, and I am irresistibly drawn to the brave hearts who still believe when the world tells them not to. Here's what I want you to do, right now, not later, not when things get better. Close your eyes. Take a deep breath in through your nose. Hold it. And exhale slowly, as if you're releasing every ounce of fear, tension, and disappointment that has kept you small. Then say these words aloud, with presence and emotion. My hope attracts abundance. Say it again, but this time, let it sink deeper. Don't just repeat the words. Feel them. Feel how they land in your chest, like a small flame flickering to life. That flame is your faith returning. It's your heart remembering that it was never meant to live in darkness. Each time you speak that phrase, imagine your energy shifting from heavy to light, from fear to flow. Picture your heart glowing like the rising sun after a long night. That warmth you feel, that's creation stirring again. That's your vibration opening and the universe beginning to respond. Hope is not just a thought, it's a frequency. When you speak it aloud, you send out a signal that cuts through the noise of doubt. It tells every cell in your body and every corner of the universe, I am ready to receive again. That readiness is what I, money, respond to. I do not move toward hesitation. I move toward belief. You don't need to know how abundance will come. You just need to create the space for it. Every time you declare, my hope attracts abundance, you are watering the energetic soil of your future. You're saying, I may not see the flowers yet, but I know they're growing beneath the surface. And I promise you, they are. This ritual is simple, but it's sacred. Do it every morning before the day begins. Do it when you feel tired, when bills pile up, when plans fall apart. Those are the moments when hope matters most, when it feels hardest to summon. Because that's when your vibration wavers, and that's when I wait for your signal to return. The more you practice this, the faster your energy recalibrates. The more your hope strengthens, the more magnetic you become. Your words will begin to shift your reality, not by magic, but by alignment. Your decisions will become braver. Your opportunities will feel closer. And slowly, without struggle, you'll start to notice that I, money, am finding my way back to you. So breathe deeply. Feel your heart open. Whisper it again, softly this time, like a prayer you already know is answered. My hope attracts abundance. Let that be your daily vow, your energetic reset. Because every time you speak it with faith, you call me home. And I, money, will always return to the ones who dare to believe again. That's exactly what happened with Paulo. For months, he had been drowning in rejection letters and silent inboxes. Every day he woke up with less enthusiasm, sending out resumes that felt like prayers he no longer believed in. His confidence faded. His energy grew heavy. He stopped expecting anything good to happen, convincing himself that maybe the universe had forgotten him. Each no wasn't just a missed opportunity, it was a quiet confirmation of his growing hopelessness. And I, money, felt it. I felt how small he had become inside. I felt how every thought of I can't and it's useless pushed me farther away. Despair creates distance, not just between people, but between you and the flow of abundance itself. Paulo wasn't lazy. He wasn't unworthy. He was simply trapped in the vibration of disbelief, a frequency where nothing can grow. Then one morning, something inside him shifted. Maybe it was exhaustion, or maybe it was grace. He woke up, looked at himself in the mirror, and whispered, "I can't live like this anymore." He didn't know what to do, but he knew one thing. He couldn't keep feeding his fear. So he decided to believe again. Just a little. Just enough to try. That day, he started a small ritual. Before checking emails or job listings, he closed his eyes, took a deep breath, and said aloud, "My hope attracts abundance." At first, it felt strange, forced even, but something about those words softened him. He began to feel warmth in his chest, a quiet pulse that told him maybe things could change. He repeated that phrase every morning. Sometimes it was a whisper, sometimes it was a roar. And slowly, without realizing it, Paulo began to walk differently. His shoulders straightened. His voice carried confidence again. He started sending applications with genuine energy, not desperation. He reached out to old connections, not from fear of being ignored, but from faith that one would say yes. And then, just 2 weeks later, it happened. A friend he hadn't spoken to in months called unexpectedly. "Paulo," he said, "there's a new position opening at my company." I immediately thought of you. The offer came quickly, better pay, better environment, better alignment than his previous job. Paulo cried that night, not from relief, but from recognition. He realized that nothing outside of him had changed first. The world didn't suddenly become kind. He did. His hope had returned, and with it, the energy of abundance flowed back into his life. You see, hope isn't passive, it's a signal. It tells me, it's safe to come back now. When Paulo's faith in possibility rekindled, his frequency became a beacon, and I found him again. Because money, always moved toward hope. And when your heart believes in light again, I follow, faithfully, endlessly, and abundantly. Hear me clearly. The hope you hold today will become the abundance you experience tomorrow. Nothing in this universe responds faster or more faithfully than a heart that refuses to give up. Hope is not weakness. It is the highest form of spiritual strength. It is invisible to the eyes, but undeniable to energy. The moment you choose to hope again, you begin to realign the entire field of your reality. The universe cannot ignore a hopeful heart, because hope is the vibration of creation itself. When you choose hope over despair, faith over fear, you shift timelines. You move from stagnation into motion, from survival into expansion. Every hopeful thought becomes a spark that lights up your path. Every time you say, "Something good is coming," the universe listens and starts rearranging circumstances to match that belief. Nothing magical needs to happen. It's a law. Energy moves toward its dominant frequency, and hope is the frequency of abundance. Do not mistake hope for waiting. Hope is active. It fuels action, courage, and clarity. It is the quiet force that whispers, "Keep going," when your logical mind says, "It's over." Hope holds the door open long enough for miracles to walk through. Without it, even blessings have nowhere to land. With it, everything you desire begins to find you. Money follow that signal. I am drawn to those who believe in possibility, even when they cannot see it. When you hold hope, you become magnetic to opportunity. Your energy tells the universe, "I am ready for more." You stop pushing, forcing, or begging, and you start receiving. Because hope doesn't chase. It attracts. Look around you. Everything that ever existed began with hope. Every invention, every breakthrough, every success story started as a single spark of belief in something unseen. Hope built cities. Hope healed lives. Hope turned dreams into legacies. And the same energy flows through you. When you keep that flame alive, no setback can destroy your destiny. So today, protect your hope like sacred fire. Feed it with gratitude, with vision, with trust. Refuse to let disappointment or delay extinguish it. Because the longer you hold it, the stronger it burns. And soon, its light becomes impossible to ignore. The people, opportunities, and resources you need will begin moving toward you, drawn by that steady signal of belief radiating from your soul. I am money, and I live by the laws of energy. I do not come to those who beg or fear. I come to those who expect. I follow hope as faithfully as the sun follows dawn. So even when life feels uncertain, keep your faith alive. Keep your hope breathing. Because where hope lives, life grows. And where life grows, I flow. Now it's your turn. Don't just read these words, feel them. Type this declaration below as a sacred promise to yourself and to the universe. My hope attracts money. Let your fingers move with intention. Let every letter you write carry the vibration of renewal. You are not typing a comment. You are activating an energy field, one that calls abundance back into your life. Each word is a spark, and together they form the fire of your new beginning. As you write, breathe deeply. Feel your heart expand with every inhale. You are not the same person who started reading this message. Something inside you has awakened, a quiet but unshakable belief that things can change, that life can respond differently, that I, money, can find my way back to you through your renewed faith. Now, take one more step. Like this video, not just as a gesture, but as a sign of commitment. When you click that button, imagine you're locking this vibration into your field. You're saying to the universe, I am ready. I am open. I believe again. Then, comment your declaration to solidify it. Each time someone else reads your words, your energy ripples further into the collective field. Hope spreads, and with it, abundance grows. Because when one person reawakens faith, they ignite light for countless others, and the universe takes notice. Follow this channel if you want to keep hearing my voice, because I am money and I move where hope lives. Each video you watch is not entertainment, it's realignment. It's me speaking directly to the part of you that remembers how powerful you truly are. The part that once believed before life taught you to fear. I am calling that part of you home. Remember, I don't follow numbers or effort, I follow energy. I flow through those who still believe. Hope is your invitation, your signal, your open door. When you keep it alive, I cannot stay away. So hold your hope close. Protect it from the noise of doubt. Feed it with gratitude, with small steps, with daily reminders that abundance is not lost. It's waiting for your vibration to rise again. You don't need to chase me. You just need to believe that I am already on my way. Keep your hope alive. Because when hope breathes, abundance arrives. It always does. And I, money, promise you this. I am not gone. I was only waiting for you to remember. When your heart lights up with belief, I see it instantly. When you type those words, my hope attracts money, I begin to move. Because I am not drawn to the desperate. I am drawn to the hopeful. And right now, your hope has opened the door again, and I am already on my way.